It's been taking place all over the United States. If you were here last Thursday night, you were treated to a marvelous choral presentation by the chorus students from grades 5 through 12 in our district. And tonight you're going to be treated to a band program. And we're going to be starting with the 5th graders and then going up through the high school musicians. And I'd really like to encourage particularly parents of 5th and 6th grade students who are here. I know there are a few really extenuating circumstances, like you've got to get to hockey tryouts or you can't play hockey for the next year sort of thing. But other than that, I really encourage you to stay for the whole concert, even if your child is just performing near the beginning, because I think part of the exciting part, and I think some of you who have children in the different levels of the program, is to come and to hear them as 5th graders, who most of these folks behind me have only been playing their instruments since September. We sort of started a second platoon in January, so we have a few folks here who've only been playing since January or February, which is going to be pretty remarkable. And then you can see the progress as they go to 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then on up to the high school band that will be performing in the State Large Group Festival this coming weekend, by the way, which also will be here. This is a wonderful opportunity to hear bands, choruses, orchestras from the middle school through the high school level from all over the state of New Hampshire. And Mr. Bill Mativier and his students here at Bow High and the Bow Pops organization are hosting that this weekend. And that will be beginning Friday afternoon, pretty much right after school, and going most of the day Saturday. And that will be hosted here at Bow High and at Bow Memorial School. So I encourage not only you as families, but also my students, if you have some free time early Friday evening or during the day Saturday, even to pop in for an hour or so. It's just going to be a wonderful thing. So without further ado, this is our 5th grade band. Thank you. Drums only to start. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and... Ready? 1, 2, ready, and... we're going to try a little of our shifting around, which is going to be a challenge tonight. And you can talk during our shifting. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be asking the 5th grade band to take your instrument and your music. Drums, you may leave your drums there. And you are going to, when I say do it, you are going to go that way, down those steps, around the back, and into the seats where the 6th graders are right now. And as soon as they are gone, and I give the okay after we reset a few chairs, I'll invite the 6th grade band up. Although 6th grade drummers may come up now and get organized.
I'm just staying here praying. I'm going to pray for you guys. I think we need some more in the front row. All set?
6th graders, you may come up. Slowly.
Where'd you find this? Just scoot over. It's all right. It doesn't really matter. Just scoot over. Scoot over. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Drummers, are you ready? Not ready. Are you ready? Just play your music again. Ready? Your instruments work.
All right, I think we're all set. And now our 6th grade band. One, two, ready, and... All right, now we're going to try something of monumental proportions. Those of you who are in the high school band probably remember that when you were playing at this level, usually at this time of the year, we would actually combine the 6th grade band with the 7th and 8th grade band and really just have one band instead of two. But because of the way our academic scheduling has been the past few years, that hasn't been possible. But I've been trying to sort of incorporate these folks into the larger band as much as possible. So the next piece is going to involve our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And what I'm going to ask at this point is the only 7th and 8th graders I'd like on the stage will be the percussionists. You're going to pull the stuff back as far as you can and get it set up for Addison Way. And I'm going to ask the 6th graders, except for the percussionists, if you can move off into the wings at this point while we reset the stage. Then I'll call the rest of the 7th and 8th graders up. Before we block it in, we've got to get this piano inside. That was not good. This is going to go over there by that stool before we come in. I'll take this side if you take that side. I think the part's probably long enough to just go with us. Okay. It's like a vacuum cleaner. If you get the plug behind you, you're awesome.
Good evening. My name is Doug McKernan, and I'd like to welcome you on behalf of the Bow Pops. The Large Hoop Festival is being hosted in Bow tomorrow and Saturday, both here at Bow High School and at Bow Memorial School. The Bow Pops is providing logistical support as well as selling refreshments as our major fundraiser for the school year. Over 30 parents have signed up to assist us, working both Friday and Saturday, and I'd like to take a moment, because we won't see everybody for quite some time, I'd like to take a moment to thank those people. So if you signed up to work Friday or Saturday, could you either stand or just wave your hand? I'd also like to remind you that everybody here saw you do that, so you do have to show up. We could still use a few more people Friday evening and later Saturday afternoon. Just a little bit more help at the close of the day. So if you would be willing to come down for a couple hours, you can come see us out in the lobby after the show. I'm the guy in the very attractive sports coat, and my wife will be out there with me. So again, thank you very much for your support, and enjoy the rest of the concert.
You got to pull them back. Rebecca, Back. Okay, 7th and 8th graders, this is what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you go up row by row. And if you get back there and everybody's seated and you don't have a chair, just remain standing. If you don't have a music stand, raise your hand and one will be brought to you. I'd like just the 7th and 8th graders who are in the back row. That would be saxes, low brass. Go ahead. 6th grade French horn. Sixth graders on this side. Just cut through. Hang on, we need more room between these chairs. John, you're not going to try to set up that music stand. Just need to sit down. Okay, get your music out. Can everybody see me? Actually, that took about 5 minutes less than it did when we did it this morning. That was pretty good. I appreciate your patience with us. off whichever way you can get off. Go. 7th and 8th graders just stay put till the 6th graders get off. Whichever way. You can go that way and around, that's fine. Don't fall off the stage. Okay, 7th and 8th graders, we need to get 2 more chairs in the front row, and then I want you all to move in, get whatever you need, and then I'll have the gentlemen who are helping take all the chairs off the edge. Okay? No, you're not going anywhere. You're moving into our normal concert band formation, but we need 2 more chairs in the front. Scoot these chairs back just a teeny bit and put 1 chair there, 1 chair there. And sit where you normally sit. Concert band, sit where you normally sit. I need, well, hold on, I need 1 more chair. Sit where you normally sit, and then we'll remove extra chairs. Guys, yeah. Sit where you normally sit, and then we'll remove extra chairs. Sit where you normally sit, and then we'll remove the extra chairs. Baritone, trombones, you guys need to come up to the next row. Jason, I think that's already set. Check it. Guys, back row, can you guys, Kevin, spread this way so you guys have a little more room? Guys, back up and give yourselves a little more room. Back up. Back up. Stephen, back up and you'll have more room. Saxophones, back up about a foot. And that way we have more room in between you. Isn't that much better? Trumpets, can you all slide about a foot this way? We'll get you in, we'll get you in. Trumpets, Stephen, you need to move. Paul, you need to move, pronto. Trombones, move, that way. Can we remove this chair? Pass this chair back. The music stand's fine, but we need to get the chair out of here. All right. Do we have the bell tree? You guys all set? Don't make extraneous. Okay. Are you all set? We got an extra chair over here. Oh well. You got enough room? Everybody set music stands? Cool. Just relax. Here we go. some of you have children who are percussionists and saxophone players, and you see them kind of like disappearing behind the curtain over there. We actually have a drum set back there, and for this next song, we're going to have an electric guitar, an electric bass, and so if you see your children getting up and like leaving, they're not really leaving. We just don't have enough visible room up here for some of the instruments, so you'll hear them, but you won't see them. So they're not taking off with your car or anything. They're just out there playing other instruments. Okay, let me hear that grand piano. Okay. You guys ready? Yeah. Fast, fast, fast. Percussion. Hustle, hustle, guys. We need to get started. Here we go. Whether ready or not, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now here's a little quiz. How many of you know what group sang that song? Just sort of slip your hand up. Okay. How many of you would have known one of the choruses of the words to that if we put? Yeah, okay. That's okay. We're not going to do it again, but I was going to do it and sort of make, some people stand over here and, kind of like, all the leaves are brown, and kind of, but in essence, we've got high school musicians who are waiting to play too, so we're not going to take the time and do that. woodwinds, you are awesome on this today. Trumpets, wait for my cues. Okay, we've got Jordan back, we've got Chris back, we've got Will back. Okay, here we go. Ready. Big first note. Drummers, grab our stuff. You can tell that's ours and just throw it over in the wings as far over. Thank you very much.
Well, good evening, and I too would like to be able to thank you and welcome you to our program tonight. We have been spending a lot of time preparing for tonight's concert, which is also preparing us for our presentation for the Large Group Music Festival on Saturday morning. We'll be playing the same program Saturday morning at 8:30, so if you don't get enough of us tonight, feel free to come back at 8:30 on Saturday morning, and I mean that in the strongest possible terms. It would be great to be able to play for an audience, so Saturday morning, 8:30, and that time we'll be in the gym. Music in Our Schools Month celebration is an opportunity to be able to recognize how important music is in our life. And I'd like to ask you to just stop and think about what a day or a week or a month or a year or a lifetime would be like without music. The reason that we have Music in Our Schools Month is to celebrate and to simply be grateful that we do have music in our life. We're going to start our program with Flourish for Wind Band. And before we play our last piece, I'd like to take this time to recognize Miss Sisk. For 13 years, I've depended on Miss Sisk to send well-prepared students my way, and I'm very grateful. So I think Miss Sisk deserves another round of applause. And middle school students, I'd like to encourage you to keep on doing what you're doing. I met with 8th graders today, and I suggested that you think of your music program as being sort of like a job. And a lot of times students don't continue when they go to the high school. It would seem to me that would be kind of like going to your job for 4 days and then deciding not to go to work on payday. Because when you get to the high school, all of a sudden, all kinds of new opportunities open up for you. I would hope you'd all take a look at the information in the back of the program that talks about the importance of music education. Students, all you need to know right now is it's a whole lot of fun, so keep on doing what you're doing. Make the sixes a sevens. Okay, I want ladies, all the ladies to call out of the sheets. Thank you very much. And it's a good thing that you're standing because now you all get to make music, and we're going to conclude our program tonight with the singing of our national anthem. Drum roll goes like this. And thank you once again for coming, and I would ask if the audience would please wait just a minute until we get your precious packages back to the music room. So, middle school students, if you want to leave before the crush begins, and I would encourage the rest of you to come and help us celebrate with the Jazz Festival next Tuesday night. Thank you very much. Tomorrow during BMS Band Concert.